You seem to be almost part of the furniture this year. Same question I asked Russ Martin. You seem very comfortable here. I've heard people say that Troy Tulowitzki's locker is kind of the place to be for a lot of baseball talk. You do seem really comfortable here, don't you?
Yeah, a little different than coming over mid-season. I got a chance to obviously spend half the season with these guys, the off-season as well, and now getting here early, a chance to communicate. Just being on the same page with them. It's fun being with a bunch of guys that enjoy the game like I do, and I'm looking forward to the year.
Can you just describe the transition? You just alluded to that, Troy, because you were a bit shaken when you arrived here last year. I don't know that it affected you on the field, but I think you've acknowledged that it was not something you expected was going to happen. You've been promised it wasn't going to happen, and then it happened, and suddenly you're in a completely different situation, a different country, different place. Getting from there to where you are now, where it's kind of old home week when you showed up here this year, and again, you seem personally and professionally like a very comfortable guy now. Yeah,
well, really, the trade came out of left field. So it was shocking for me and my family. I think that's probably the toughest thing was my family. A young son, my wife, and we're sitting here where we'd lived for 10 years and having to go to a different place all the way, across the map. So it was challenging, but things happen for a reason, and hopefully it's because of this year, and it's because good things happen.
Now, we saw pictures of you on Twitter and in Vegas with the guys. You and Josh Donaldson appear to have developed a pretty good friendship, a pretty good relationship. How did that come about? Because from a distance, you kind of appeared opposites.
Yeah, opposites attract, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the case with me and JD. We share a lot of time. He lives with me here in spring training. We've really hit it off, really. But like you said, we are opposites. He's outgoing, loud. He's going to let you know how he feels every day. I'm more reserved, quiet, go about my business. I'm not going to say much. But I think one thing that we do share is we're both intense on the field, and we both come to play every single day, and trying to win is our main goal each day. So I think that's what we share, and also trying to get each other better. I think offensively he's helped me, defensively I've helped him, and just trying to become better together.
A lot of talk about you, speaking of that, about the leg kick this year and working that into your swing. How's that going? Is it comfortable for you? And again, what does that involve, trying to incorporate that into your swing?
Yeah, well, growing up as a kid, you hit with a leg kick and you go through all kinds of transitions. There was a time when a toe tap was new for me too. So it's not necessarily something that's new. I actually feel more comfortable doing it. I just decided to do it because I had some good guys to talk to, whereas before, not too many guys on my old team did leg kicks, and now get to work with some of the best in the game, so I thought it could make me a better player.
Troy, one of the stories this spring that has got a lot of attention, or I should say probably hasn't got as much attention as it should, has been Ryan Goins' spring. He looks good at the plate, showing a little bit of power. He's the same guy in the field he was. As his double play partner, how good could Ryan Goins be defensively?
Yeah, well, sky's the limit. Defensively, he's definitely already one of the best in the game. I think he wants to be a complete player, though, and offensively he's coming into his own. And when you get a chance to play, that confidence goes up. So he's going to have that chance, and hopefully he takes it, runs with it, and we see the best of him.
Yeah, you played with a lot of different guys, as double play partners in your career. What the communication? Do we make too much of that? The kind of comfort and communication thing. Because I think I've asked a lot of guys about this, and sometimes they've kind of poo-pooed it and said it doesn't matter who I play beside. But is there more to it than that, or not?
Well, I think I'm probably the guy to ask. I've probably in my career went through a different second baseman almost every single year. Not because the guy wasn't good or anything. It's just trades happened or whatever that reason was. I've worked with so many different guys, and I think at times, there is too much that's made of it. When you're a good baseball player and a good defender, you can work with really anybody, and I think that's in mine and Gogo's case.
What have you learned about John Gibbons as a manager? This is your first spring under John. You joined the team in midseason. You went through the playoffs with him. But how would you describe him as a manager, maybe compared to what you thought about him when you first showed up?
I didn't know much about him before I showed up, but getting a chance to obviously play under him has been great. You talk about a player's manager, someone that's relaxed, expects you to go about your business, play the game the right way. But he's a great leader for us, and I definitely think we have the right man in charge for sure.
Is this organization, this clubhouse, going to be able to, we'll talk about Jose and Edwin a little bit. I don't want to ask you directly about their contracts, but, the fact is this team could be playing out the year with two key players, potentially free agents. Is this clubhouse able to keep it all together with that and have a successful year with that kind of hanging over it?
I think, first and foremost, we're just worried about this year, or at least I am, and that's all you really concentrate on. You can't control any of those other outside things. I've learned that throughout the years, and it's something that you really got to concentrate on. We love the guys in this locker room. We believe we can win, and I've told these guys, too, that if you win, then that's more incentive to keep this team together. So I think, those things will take care of itself if we go out there and do what we should, which is win ball games.
That's right. There's been a change at the top in this organization as well. And I know that, from a player point of view, that often doesn't mean anything. But in this case, there has been a real emphasis with the new guys on sports science, sports medicine, nutrition. There's a lot of new guys around here that haven't been around before. Does that kind of jibe with the way you prepare yourself and have prepared yourself for seasons in the past? Is that something that means something from a player point of view?
I think anytime you're a player, especially that's getting older and has dealt with some injuries, you try to look into everything that you possibly can to better yourself and make yourself be out there every single day. So I'm open to that. Last year is going through smoothly, and KP accidentally ran into me. That's just bad luck. So if you can control the injuries that you can control, that's what you try to do every year. And I think that's what they're here for, is to try to do whatever we possibly can to keep our guys out on the field.
But would you be more old school along those lines or more new school along those lines?
I think you got to be open to new approaches. The game has changed a little bit. So you got to be open to hear what they say, and those things that are good, you apply those, and those things you're not sure about, you stick to your old ways.